What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Vertical Hairline, and I'm finally got a brain, and I'm using the mic on the GoPro because I'm not dumb anymore, and I just noticed that the mic on the GoPro is way better than my headphones mic. I might be getting a Blue Yeti for Christmas, so that'd be cool. Anyways, today we're going to be building an automatic villager breeder because I want to make an iron farm because my iron supplies have been diminished for making the super smelter. Obviously, I've gained them back by now, but they're still pretty bad. Just 22 blocks of iron, not ideal for an endgame scenario. So in this shulker box, I have everything that we'll need to make automatic villager breeder. And let's go head over to spawn chunks. So obviously I'm building it there, so it'll always be running. So we can do that right now. All right, so we're here at spawn chunks. I think spawn chunks are pretty big. We could build over here. This is a nice flat area. I'll have to tear down some of the trees though, because we don't want the trees in our way. The villager breeder is pretty small, so I won't have to do too much deforestation. Wow, that did not take that long. This is like definitely like more than enough space. So now let's just start to clear out the grass everywhere. Here. Now, there you go. Alright, this looks like a big enough area. We'll do one more water bucket. And okay, so here we have the big enough area. Now I'll be following a tutorial by Shulker Crafts. Now here's where I went wrong. You see, the tutorial that I was following, if you look at the thumbnail, it says 1.15/1.16. Now, a lot of things changed in 1.16.2, which is the current version that I'm playing in. They changed bed mechanics a lot. Now, if you don't know, villager breeders rely heavily on beds along with iron farms because the villager has to sleep and there has to be enough beds for a baby villager, and then you have to trick them to not actually claim the bed. It's some pretty technical stuff, but all those technicalities that I was familiar with in 1.16.1 before changed in 1.16.2, so this bites me back about 4 days later. You'll see. Elevated, his design is in the ground, so I think about this high up will be good. So go out 9 blocks from here, I think. So I just finished putting in the dirt layer. I also put in all the glass and stuff. So the last thing that we need to do is, not the last thing, I'm not even close to the last thing. Maybe placing these blocks. Something would be helpful also, but I did put water there, okay. But obviously we need to close the entire land so that we can actually put crops on it. I just realized another thing that we have to do. We have to put in some more water sources because, let's grab some more trapdoors, we don't need those bones, but we need to put in more water sources because it's not big enough on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to put waterlogged stairs in the side. So I think one goes right here and one goes right here, but as you can see, the area goes from right there to right that corner around, right? But that's only from one water block, because we need some more water blocks to fill in these other dirt blocks that have not yet gotten enough water to become moist soil that we can grow our carrots on that will eventually breed our villagers. So I'm going to put those in really quick, and I'll see when I'm done. Alright, so I just finished putting in all the dirt and all the water and stuff, and it looks like we have a few spots that are not filled in with carrots, right? But once we put the farmer villager in, he'll automatically replant those and then eventually give them to these people. But one thing we do have to do is put a trapdoor there and there. And now we have to build like the place where the villagers will actually be breeding and dropping the baby villagers into. So grown-up villagers standing up there, and then you have a fence post that's not connected to anything where the baby villagers can fall through into a little containment chamber where they will then like be taken with a entity taker or whatever, where you have the minecart that's at like a weird angle like this. Then it takes it. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see what I mean. Well, as it turns out, I need to put a villager in. And over there, way over yonder, there's a village, but you know, transporting villagers is really annoying just in general. Just as like a general rule. They never cooperate. But I do have some things to help me. I have a boat, and that's about it. But I think because it's on a hill, we can make it all the way here without having to go up anything. And if we do, we'll compensate for that by doing something else or something. I don't know. Alright, so we finally got the villager imported all the way from over there. I used the piston and lever trick to boost him up surfaces because I didn't have a minecart. But he's finally here. So now we just need 2 more. That. We're done. Oh no, it's already working. So here, I thought it was working, but in reality, the farmer villager was just throwing the carrots on the floor and then picking them up by himself. Again, another mechanic that was added in 1.16.2. Now, as you can see here, I'm building the glass tube, I'm all hyped up, I'm ready to collect the baby villagers, but if you're looking closely, you can still see the carrots. They just go back straight into the farmer villager's inventory. So this is obviously not working. But at that time, I didn't really care. I was like, let's go. We finally got this done after a lot of hours of preparation and stuff and getting all the villagers. So I just decided to convince myself that it was working when in reality it wasn't. But after this recording, I realized my flaw, and I did a lot of research, like a lot. I went through a ton of different villager breeder designs, and the one by Logical Geek Boy was the best. Alright, so we're back in my creative testing world. Just quickly, I went through 4 designs. This one, this one, this one, this one, and another one that I deleted because I was so mad. But the first one is just your normal villager breeder, but I tried to optimize it for 1.16. Now, it partially works. It works half the time. You can hear a baby villager ran away somewhere. Oh, it's down there because I broke the glass. But what happens here is the farmer villager and one of the breeding villagers breed instead of the 2 breeding villagers. So there's a chance that the baby villager will spawn on the farmer or on the breeding villager. So it only works half the time. Now the second design is the one that I blew up, but it was similar to this. It was optimized for 1.16.2 apparently, but it did not work at all. The farmer villager escaped, and then he just do what he's doing right now, breeding with this guy, and the other breeder villager just wouldn't do anything. And then we moved on to this design, which is my personal design. It's very simple. It's just a hopper clock and a daylight sensor and a dropper, and it's not self-sustainable, but it gives them food, and whenever they're breeding, or they're done breeding, the kid drops into there, and then you have your simple entity collection system. Minecart goes through, picks up one of them, moves on, and hits it there, right? The last design I went to, and the one that has this big box, is Logical Geek Boy's design. Now, oh, it's already working. So, the concept is, baby villagers, when they're born, they want to run for their beds, right? What we do is we have 2 people in here, we give them food, right? And then they breed, they throw it on the ground, and then whenever it's the right time, they breed. But obviously it didn't happen right now, because it's probably the wrong time of day. Hop back into creative, and as you can see here, there's a ton of baby villagers. Now, cobblestone walls are slightly higher than normal blocks. As you can see here, when I'm standing on the glass, I'm at Y level 58, but when I stand up here, I'm at Y level 58.5. So, this is a thing a lot of parkourists know, because obviously parkour is a lot deeper than just 1 block intervals. But, oh, just happened. So whenever they grow up, the villagers realize that they're drowning and they need to get out. They go like this, they swim upwards, they go over here, and then they're trapped in this corner. And here it's more optimized, but I have just a simple entity collection system. Press the button, gives you a villager in my space. They go into the fun hot happy sauce. And here I just have a T flip-flop to turn off and on, and the way the off and on switch works is that you have a glass block that blocks their view of the beds where they can't actually breed, because the parents realize, oh, there's not a bed for my kids, so I'm not going to have one. But when you turn it back on, it lets the parents see, they're like, oh, there's a bed for my kid, but the kid just runs away. But this is probably the best design that I saw. It's very optimized for 1.16.2. There's no possible way it can break. Oh, there we go. Look, let's witness it. See, there's the baby. He'll realize that there's a bed. Is it on? Yep. He'll realize it's a bed. If he doesn't, we'll just... And then the kid, he goes to his bed, falls down, and he gets on top of the cobblestone wall, and the whole process repeats over. Now, I didn't realize this until 4 days later after the recording that you're about to see. So just keep that in mind for when you look at how dumb I am. Alright, so my GoPro died. This is so sad, but this doesn't work. There's a certain reason why. In 1.16.2, they updated beds. So whenever you have a bed, put one down really quick. There's before the at 1.16.2 there was eight viable places that you can spawn. No, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So first, it would prioritize waking up on the right side of the bed at the head. So right here. If you couldn't do that, it'd go to here. If you couldn't do any of those, it'd go to the other side. If you couldn't do any of those, here, 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 so on and so on, right? But in 1.16.2, they made it so that you can wake up on the bed. Now, bed mechanics also apply to villagers, so I was having this thing, and the villagers, they were there, they'd go to bed, they'd wake up on top of the bed, and then the breeding would not work. So, but I've gone into my creative testing world, which I'll hop into really quick. Later, let's hop back into our survival, more like hardcore world, and we're gonna add this optimization. Now here, I tried to add the thing that I added to my villager breeder in my testing world. I surround it with the trapdoors, but as you can guess, the exact same thing happened. The farmer villager and one of the breeder villagers had a kid, and I had to end up killing at least like 3 iron golems. It was really scary, but I built up, so I didn't die. It's okay. And I got really, really angry after this, so I just stopped recording. Just everything. I just stopped recording. And for like 3 days straight, I was just in and out of my hardcore world, testing things, in my testing world, everything else, trying to figure out a solution, but as you heard before, I finally got around to finding Logical Geek Boy's video, and that's what I ended up building, as you'll see right around here. Wait. No. No. After lots of troubles with villagers, I had to kill the old one and get a new guy. Finally. I can see his feet, but it worked. Finally. Now here happened what I explained earlier. The baby villager, can either spawn on the farmer villager or the breeder villager. And in this case, it spawned on the breeder villager, so I thought it worked. I was like, let's go! And now I don't have to do any more Minecraft for like another month, because this made me really angry. And then my entity collection system wasn't working, as you can see right here. It's because I was using a transparent block, and I had problems with that. So, in fullness, it didn't actually work, but I thought it did, when in reality it wasn't, so that was a really big disappointment. 3 days and 4 designs later, I finally got it to work. Finally. That looks like a pretty cool thing. I don't know, maybe you should do that. But I'm using Logical Geek Boy's Simply Minecraft thing. I got a lot of baby villagers, but I was just mad, so I killed them because they weren't supposed to be in that specific spot. So now I'm just waiting, because once these people grow up, the way this farm works is cobblestone walls are slightly higher. Here it is, we're catching it live. Our villager breeder working. Oh, I just heard the baby villager noise. I'll run over there, fall down into the water stream with those kids. Oh, always nice when a farm works. Alright, our villager just grew up. Let's see how the collection system works. So we hit this, takes out the villager, just like that. Now I flip this lever, next time the villager goes straight through into there. It's finally done. Finally. So now we can start working on an iron farm, get withers, haste beacon, which will open up a lot of other possibilities. So, anyways, I changed my upload schedule. Because school is starting, I have to upload less because, you know, school takes priority, blah, blah. Right, so my upload schedule now is just Monday and Friday, same time at noon. So, I'm going to upload on Monday, probably a Minecraft video or something. And then Friday will be my creative content day. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I did KPC to view all my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Subscribe.